Hello and welcome to another 7 stories in 7 minutes. Thank you for finding me, and if you like what we're producing, please do share. It does help the channel a lot. But you know what, everybody? We need to have a conversation, seriously. Story 1, look at this headline, The Guardian. NHS staff who visit patients at home say St George's flags can mean no-go zones. I'm very concerned about this. Black and Asian staff are left feeling deliberately intimidated, according to the chief executive of one NHS trusts. NHS staff who care for patients in their own homes fear some areas have become no-go zones because of the presence of St George's flags. Excuse me, I know black people who are flying a St George's flag. This isn't about colour, this is about culture. And you know what? British people out there, whoever you are, whatever colour you are, we're proud of our culture. Are we not allowed to show that? Is this weaponising our culture? Weaponising flags? We need to have a conversation, and we need to have a conversation soon, folks. Genuinely, we do. Which brings me on to story 2. This is from the HSJ, and they're revealing that home monitoring operating under the lowest level of regulation. What a surprise. What a surprise. Regulating people at home, their medical devices, there is no regulation. You think the MHRA are going to help? No, there is nothing. So what they're saying is that these technologies that are operating in the NHS right now, they're not regulated. So how are they safe or effective? They're probably not. And they're urging for more regulation, or is that called enablement to see more medical devices? I don't know. But that brings us into the realms of digital ID, doesn't it? And guess what? Oh, don't worry about the UK government rolling out digital ID. Apple, yeah, Apple, they've beaten everybody to it. Look at this. Apple introduces digital ID, a new way to create and present an ID in Apple Wallet. So if you need ID and, oh, you've left your driving licence at home. Oh, you've lost your passport. Oh no, worse still, you've gotten to the airport. You've forgotten your passport. Your whole holiday is literally in limbo. But don't worry, you've got your ID on your Apple phone. Really? No, not really. So, but don't worry, if you haven't got it on your phone, you can use it on your watch. This is the start of a digital prison, and clearly you can see where Apple are going. That's if you're not wearing your Apple in your Apple pocket, of course. But let's stick on travel, because we just talked about air travel. Let's talk about bus travel. Did you know this? From the 14th of November, seniors must check the new rules on their bus passes. I didn't know this. I don't actually have a bus pass, although I am entitled to one. I think I probably should get one, maybe while I can. But what am I going to have to do to get a bus pass? Because this is, of course, all for your convenience, isn't it? Digital, all for your safety and convenience. Digital improvements, time-based restrictions, stronger enforcement measures. Yeah, more like. So they're saying that using the pass will not be as relaxed as possible. You can't just show your pass and hop on the bus. No, you've got to have documentation checks during renewals. You've got to have card security features to prevent fraud, and the list goes on. And actually, as you'll see, the list really does go on, because they're talking about a new digital bus pass system. Well, I'll pass on that, thanks. If it means I've got to walk, I've got to walk, but I'm not taking part in this digital landscape ahead of us. Residency checks will increase. Yeah, I bet they will. And so why is the 14th of November a key date? Well, it's the official transition moment, but I bet you didn't know that. You were all too busy celebrating King Charles's 77th birthday, weren't you? Eating cake. Yeah, well, while you were eating cake, you should tell people, if you know of anybody, as it says on here, if you know someone who depends on free bus travel, make this message a priority. Check your status now. Ensure your bus pass remains valid under the new rules. With the changes quickly approaching, peace of mind will only come from preparation. So, check your bus passes, everybody. Let's stay on transport, because now we're talking about driving tests. And I do know this from people that are around me, that driving test backlogs are a nightmare. They've passed their theory test and they're having to wait 2 years to get a blooming driving test date, by which time the theory's almost expired. So there are huge backlogs. I'm exaggerating slightly, but you know, there are 6-month to 9-month backlogs. So now we're going to get Ministry of Defence involved. So we're going to get military driving examiners. So up to 6,500 additional tests will be delivered next year. But you know what? The rules are changing. Oh yeah, you didn't see that bit, did you? Look further on and you'll see, and you need to check this out if you're a learner driver or if you've got someone in your family that is. Learner drivers will only be able to make up to 2 changes to the driving test in total. Learner drivers will be restricted to a limited number of test centres which are located close to the original booking. 15-minute cities, if we're allowed to drive, wink wink. And only learner drivers will be able to book their test, instructors won't be able to anymore. So keep your eye on driving tests. And let's go to trains. Let's go to CCTV, Metro. So Metro gets fresh investment for new CCTV cameras. Don't they look intimidating, a bit like an eye? So this is new and improved digital CCTV cameras are being installed at stations across Tyne and Wear Metro. Enjoy up there. But of course it's to keep you safe. Let's not forget this. This is not to spy on you, not to survey you. It's to keep you safe. So 40 in total new cameras. But you know what? They're not just going in the stations. They're going on the carriages. And it comes amid the ongoing rollout of the new Metro train fleet, with each of the new Stadler carriages equipped with 44 state-of-the-art cameras. Smile. But you know what? If you want to avoid it or try and avoid it, do sunglasses help? I've been told that mirrored sunglasses, they mess up facial recognition. So I'm not giving it as a guarantee, but I have got a couple of pairs, to be honest. But as you can see, can sunglasses fool facial recognition technology? Well, apparently some of them can, and if you've got the money, you can always buy some. So these are called reflecticals. Apparently they're in high demand. Wonder why. But anyway, they'll mess up the facial recognition cameras. So if you do want to throw a rock in the pond, that's the way to do it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you like, please share. All the links to the stories are beneath. And don't forget, whatever happens, keep smiling.